Neckline of stretch top continued. So place it under the machine. I have my shoulder seam nice and open. I folded in my 1 centimeter seam allowance and off I go. I'm not going to do a back tag because as I come around that will be enough to secure my thread. So keeping it all nice and flat, trying to hold it so that it doesn't allow it to cause a little roll on itself like it did on my armhole. So I'm going to purposely try and keep it as flat as I can. Now obviously I'm working on a V, which is inclined to stretch really easily if you're not careful. So you do just have to really be careful on how you handle this. And just go nice and slow. Don't be inclined to rush it or stretch it too much. So as I get down to my V, I've turned that in. But it's important that you keep the garment flat on the machine. Work all the way past it as such. Put the needle down, lift up your foot, twist around, and then turn the other side in and put your machine back down. So I'm really holding this as flat as I can and keeping it kind of slightly stretched open, but ensuring that I'm not folding too much in of my seam allowance either. And when I get to my shoulder, make sure that seam is open. And now I'm working down my front neck. Turning that in all the time. If you feel it's getting a little bit lumpy or twisty, it's no harm to lift the foot up and kind of release the fabric a fraction. Now I'm coming back down towards my V. So it's important here to come further than you think you need to, because by the time you turn around to come back up again, you need that for the zigzag of the stitch. And again, make sure you hold that open so it doesn't cause a big tuck at the front. Again, it's kind of puckering, so I'm going to open up. I lifted the foot there so I could release the little tuck. It's beginning to happen. So when that's pressed, that'll actually be pretty good. So that's your V front. All needs a good press, obviously. And then to do the hem, you're just going to turn up a 2 centimeter hem on this, but that's the seam allowance that I've allowed, so obviously it just depends on what you have. So you just do the same thing and work your whole way around, keeping that nice and open as I turn it down under the machine. And again, you can keep an eye through. And keeping it taut that way will help avoid a little roll. It'll help to avoid the fabric scrunching up underneath the zigzag. You don't want to create a lump or a ridge as you go around, so it's important to kind of hold that open. Open your seam. Check that that's nice and flat. So I'm going to purposely pull in that way with my thumb, and as I say, that helps to avoid creating a big ridge. It's kind of hard to eliminate it completely, because at the end of the day, in production, stretch is done on a very specific type of sewing machine. And there you go. So when that presses out, that should be okay. So that is how to make up a stretch top. So just to kind of refresh, that's the size of zigzag you want on your seams. So it's just a very slight zigzag. Okay, and then on your actual armholes and your neck, you're looking for a fatter zigzag, and you literally just turn them in and zigzag along.